let's start at the intro. What did we first do before chapter 1? What do you remember? Yes, in what position? Sugar bowl. Yeah, sugar bowl. And leaders, don't close the let this breathe, you know, not like this. Okay. And followers are doing what? Holding where? Tricep area. Yeah, not pushing down. Okay, this is a practice technique. It's very good. We've used it for years. Many students. It's proven successful. So please use it because this prevents what? Sort of independent free thinking of this part of your arm leaders, which tends to kind of take over at times. Or it's either moving like an octopus or it's clamping down and stopping the movement. When is holding and caging your partner okay? What kind of ocho relative to the classes today? The no pivot ocho. It's okay to hold and cage a little bit. Your partner has a clear idea as long as you're not what? Yes, as long as it feels good actually to contain and hold your partner like that. It's a beautiful, snug embrace. If you want them to pivot just a little, which is relative to the class, then what do we do at that moment? Release. Yeah, at a minimum you release. At a minimum. And that alone, some followers will start to move a little, but then you can enhance it by doing what kind of movement? Igor. Yeah, it's not exactly counter body, it's more like at the same direction. So like if I step with my left, I kind of turn to my left. If I step to my right, I kind of turn to my right. Homolateral. Yes, yeah, that's the word I used, homolateral. Robot movement. But don't exaggerate. Just use it to taste and what feels natural, as long as you're not caging them. And that's a very important idea, because then we can do what with it? We can do circles, and also we can change the tempo. What are the two tempos we use? Single time, double time. From the previous class, when I do double time, what about my heels? Do they collect or not? Correct. They don't have to collect. It's too difficult. Don't worry about it. And when I'm doing the circle, how does my footwork look? Yeah, and I can make it really compact, especially in tight space. You're doing excellent. Chapter 2, which way was she doing the ocho? Forward. Yeah, pivot ocho, but forward. Followers, when you're walking forward, do you fall into your forward step? Good. This happens sometimes when you're doing these ochos. You forget and you start falling into your leader. You really need to hold that axis and do what kind of hip movement?
Please.
Yeah, looking how?
Dance. Okay, followers. Is it more difficult? What is more difficult, the no pivot ocho or the little pivot ocho?
No pivot.
The no pivot ocho. But I think that once we start getting into the little pivot ocho, sometimes we overanalyze it and we overdo it, and then it becomes a little bit of a struggle. So when they are leading the little pivot ocho, it's really just releasing the hold in our back, in our hips, and in our standing foot. And just really allowing the curves of your back, release it naturally. And that twist will happen much more organically versus like forcing it. Yeah? It's more about release versus holding. Yeah? No? Okay. And then in the forward, can you repeat the forward? You're opening because that's okay. One more, just 3 more minutes.
Can you wait like 3 minutes? Just 3 minutes, thank you.
So for the forward, right here, be sensitive to where the energy is coming from. Because where the energy is coming from is almost always directed to where the space is.
I'm exaggerating.
That they're providing us. So it's not there. It's towards his right side.
Okay, this is the last traditional song you'll hear for a while.
Former DJ's the alternative. Watch your life.
despierta diciendo 40 cosas de canciones, milonga de quita penas, nostalgia de población, canto que no te serena su rezo de pena de tremendo dolor.
Thank